Hello there, you wonderful bunch of sausages, and welcome to a Deathcore of Krieg trench line that's about to be assaulted by a gigantic swarm here of 1.5 million Tyranids. And already you can see the Imperial Guard artillery and tanks taking out huge chunks of this gigantic swarm that's about to descend upon the poor at first Imperial Guard conscripts who are trying to defend the outer edge of the trench. We've got Kriegers trying to defend the inside as well as the rear lines, and we've got artillery as well as lemon russes here, adding that zesty fire support to that front line. And in the distance you can already see units just fly through the air as earthquaker shells land right into the center of them. Now the Tyranids have definitely got their work cut out for them. Already you can see they're taking stupendous losses trying to push across this open flat terrain. Meanwhile in the background, things like hive tyrants lumbering forward. Carnifexes are also on the field here. We've got a couple of brood warriors as well just thrown into the mix. But the Imperial Guard here desperately trying to hold on to that front line as the enemies just swarm upon them. This razor-sharp talons easily slicing through the poor guardsman's flak armor here. And they've definitely, like I said, got the work cut out for them. Both sides have, and quite frankly, the Tyranids are going to need a very large assault force here to actually break this. It's a strong defensive line that the Imperials have got. But look at the swarm here. Unrelenting and just absolutely storming through our poor conscript line. The conscript's not offering much of a resistance. Oh, it's the bodies start to fill in our trench line here. This is where the defense really starts to take a hold. The ones on the outside are pretty much easy pickings to start with. Realistically, for the Tyranids, it's like an appetizer. But of course, the rest of the defense is kicking in and also helping out. Overlapping fields of firepower here now, really trying to concentrate things down. Oh my god, a Carnifex there, hitting the dirt, but not before deflecting a couple of tank shells right back into the infantry line there. Absolutely deadly stuff. Look at these things. Man, a couple of hive tyrants there, and it's gone down. I'm guessing that they're taking concentrated fire. Yeah, look, you can see the tanks and the Lehman Russes here desperately trying to focus them down. You don't want them big bad boys getting to the front line. That will be absolute slaughter. Meanwhile, Hormagaunts are pushing around, able to get around the bigger units. They're using their superior speed here to try and push our center line. But luckily at the moment, the Imperials are holding really well. It appears that it's the flanks that are completely under assault here. Oh my god, the trench line is starting to fill up with goo here. I think things are going to start drowning. The Tyranids are going to have to build a corpse bridge to be able to get across this already. My god, look at this. I think they're already trying to do that. They're piling up the bodies here on the other side of the French. On the other side of the French? I mean trench. Oh god, look at all them big things here. That's a terrifying sight. The Imperial Guard doing an excellent job though of holding them back, using their fire superiority here, trying to focus down the bigger creatures as best as they can. But it does look like the Tyranids are trying to make a push into the trench line here. The Kriegers trying their best to hold them back. Oh man, we've got a Carnifex in the trench. That is not good news. See, you've got a couple of Kriegers charging forwards, shovels at the ready, trying to counter-charge here. The Tyranids trying to prevent them from breaching right across our trench line. But up and down the line now, it is a mirthless assault here. Thousands and thousands of Tyranids have already been lost. Wow, we're at 270,000 kills here for the Imperials. They're doing a great job so far. But we are starting to get these little gaps here. The Carnifex has made its way across a trench line. That's really bad for the Imperials. And like I said, basically what the Tyranids are going to have to do here is build up bodies so they can get across the trench. Like this part here, look at that. A bridge made out of Tyranids, which they're going to now use to traverse across to the other side of the trench line. The trench itself is filled with blood, making it almost impossible for the units to navigate. Anything that goes into the trench now, it's going to drown. But look, a glorious counter-charge. Kriegers at the ready, the shovels splitting skulls. Even though they're Xeno skulls, it's still a skull. And they're doing a magnificent job of plugging the gap here at the moment, preventing the Tyranids from breaching across. Again, we've got these multiple areas now where the Tyranids have managed to pile up enough bodies to be able to get across the trench. Luckily though, look at this, the Kriegers are also using them body piles to make a charge of their own here. holding the Tyranids in place, doing an excellent job. Look, even up and down this, oh my god. The Kriegers holding back an entire flank here, all by themselves. I mean, they have got a bit of Lehman Russ support here, trying to add on that fire support, but look at the bodies starting to build up now. The defense is going well. It is holding, but it has been a brutal fight here so far. The Hive Tyrants trying to get to that front line, but luckily, all our artillery fire, the tank fire, is trying to nail them. This glorious countercharge here from the Kriegers pulled out the shovels and decided enough is enough. We need to get the bugs off our land. But the Tyranids are pushing forward, using their numbers here. Sheer weight of numbers to try and push these gaps, and inch by inch, corpse by corpse, they're grinding it out, man. They're taking stupendous losses here. I absolutely love it. We're coming up to 500,000 almost now. It's getting very zesty, but to be fair to the Tyranids, they've almost killed half of the defenders. It is this center force here that has been a real problem for them. You can see that we've got a lot of Hive Tyrants in here, but the artillery keeps scattering large groups of Tyranids as they all gather up. That is absolutely insane here. I love this counter-charge by the Kriegers. It's done a really good job of holding the Tyranids in place, allowing that firepower to just level them. Again, Hive Tyrants trying to push through. But again, that lucky, so lucky that we've got so many Lehman Russes here. And that artillery. Everything is to protect the artillery at all costs. How's our flank looking, actually? Okay, we've got a large group of shovelmen over here. Again, protecting that flank, doing a wonderful job. Look at this, it looks like they've had a couple of battles already to get there. But yes, the flanks are holding rather amazingly. Though it does look like the Tyranids are pushing extremely hard here. Poor old conscripts doing the best they can to hold back that line. But the insane wave of Tyranids, the numbers game is starting to win them over bit by bit. Oh man, look at that, it's just an unending stream of chittering teeth here. The front line has descended into a quagmire of madness. Oh my god, look at this. Where is the trench line? There is no trench anymore. This just looks like some horrific battlefield now. Giant units striding across the field. Brood warriors. Brood mothers are from StarCraft. Almost a Warhammer game, but not quite. Oh, look at this relentless push, though. These Brood Warriors as well are so powerful, just cutting up 3 to 4 infantry with each swathe. Here we go, we have got a Hive Tyrants on the front line. Always found it weird how they, like, sort of hold blades. It's, yeah, it's a little weird. Because they have sort of got giant claw arms as well. Oh my god. Look at that guy! Oh, he's flying through the air. But the relentless barrage here upon our Imperial lines is having such an effect. And the battlefield looks devastating, man. Look at all that firepower just coming out of the Imperial lines. But the Tyranids' relentless swarm forward is starting to take an effect, man. The Imperials are running out of reinforcements. Oh my god. Look at all these corpses piled up here now. That is insane. There is no trench line anymore. The Kriegers have got no trench to hold. It is just a mountain of Tyranid corpses that have piled up over the trench. There's nothing left here. All the flanks are starting to fall as well. Hormagorns here pushing into our tank brigades, trying to get into the hatches there. It is basically canned food at this point. Let's hope that some of the Tyranids forgot to bring a tin opener. Again, the Kriegers trying to hold that line. Doing an excellent job with the shovels here, allowing that firepower, again, to focus down the bigger units. And then returning back to the Hormagorns. But both sides are losing so many units each second here. This is just a brutal grind fest. What's going to give out first? Imperial firepower? Or is it going to be sheer weight of numbers that wins the day here? I love that as well in the background. You just see units flying through the air as the artillery pounds on home. So many dead Hive Tyrants now on the front line. But these guys are holding out. Kriegers and conscripts standing side by side, holding back wave after wave of pure death. the unrelenting hunger here of the Tyranids driving them forward. There is biomass to be consumed and assimilated here. And my god, there's a lot of biomass on this field. So it is crucial that the Tyranids win now. The Hive Tyrants here trying their best. But again, Imperial tanks really not trying to let them get close. These guys rip open infantry, obviously, with ease. Oh no, it looks like the entire flank fell over this side. Oh, the valiant defense here of the Kriegers has fallen. And into the flanks now comes a brutal sweeping motion from the Tyranids. Oh no, the front lines are starting to falter. Kriegers are running in here, trying to plug the gap. They don't want to lose any of the units. Oh god, look, there's Hive Tyrants in amongst us as well. Oh, that is, wow. That's absolutely insane. We're losing tanks, we're losing artillery. Crucial firepower has been lost here. The Kriegers keep charging forward, trying to hold back the Tyranid waves, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. This has been a brutal affair, man. The flanks are faltering here. The Tyranids are simply using weight of numbers. Oh, but look at this. We're actually clearing out a flank over here. Oh my god. Will the Imperials be able to hold this flank? That could be crucial. We have got a couple of tank brigades over this side as well that are still alive. But yeah, look at this. The Tyranids are running out of reinforcements over here. This could be amazing for the Imperial Guard, whose center line on this part looks a little bit bleak and bewildered now. Meanwhile, down the rest of the line, the full-on assault is completely underway. The Tyranids are taking no prisoners here. Again, the giant Hive Tyrants in the background. You gotta love it. Though I must say, I'm not seeing as many Brood Warriors anymore. It seems that we might have actually killed a good chunk of the Brood Warriors now. In fact, yeah, I can't see any whatsoever. Maybe, yeah, okay. We've got a couple over here that I can see, but other than that, it's looking a bit barren. Okay, they're all on the flank. Right, okay, that's terrible for us. Oh, no. Okay, so we're currently being preoccupied here. A giant swarm of Hormagorns, but I think we're actually starting to break them on this flank. Little by little, we are starting to. Maybe we are going to be able to hold after all here. We have lost completely the left-hand flank now. There's a giant swarm of Tyranids coming over from that side. But on the right-hand side, we are starting to gain a little bit of resemblance of control. Is that going to be enough, though? The artillery installations are under threat here. Point-blank shots are going off. Yeah, that's a deadly swarm. I think we're going to lose the artillery guns here and a couple of tanks. And that might be sayonara for the defenders, because that's a lot of firepower that's getting withered away there. It's been doing an excellent job of disrupting that front line, keeping them in the fight. We have still got a good number of tanks, though, as well. That's still something that we should be happy about. The tanks are really good at lending a single target damage to bigger units here. Things like the Carnifexes and the Hive Tyrants. Again, I haven't seen many Carnifexes since. Maybe we've killed quite a few of them at this point. Yeah, I think there was only about 10 on the field. The deflection value of them was far too high, and it was just absolutely annihilating the defenders in seconds, so I could only put a few of them down. But here at the moment, I think we are getting into last stand territory. We've got 7,000 defenders here against the remaining 265,000 attackers. And again, we've done an excellent job. We've still got Kriegers charging forward. They're not satisfied with their lot in life. They want more. They couldn't wait for the enemy to come to them. But yeah, I think we have lost most of our artillery guns now. Oh, look here, this is the Carnifex. So yeah, we've still got this Carnifex here on the battlefield. These guys are really deadly because they actually deflect tank shells. It's a bit insane. I don't think they do that in the Warhammer universe rulebook, but they do in this game. It's just one of them things. Tank shells bounce directly off them. Kind of insane. Really, really strong though here, defense. A lot of Kriegers actually at the moment. Doesn't look like this is a conscript group. This is definitely a Krieger group. Holding up strong here against the relentless waves of Tyranids. And I mean, just look at this battlefield, man. This was a cornerstone of the trench line here. Or at least it used to be. It is no longer. But yes, definitely entering last stand territory here. The Tyranids now going to try and surround our last few old Good old death crew up here. I was going to call them Space Marines for some reason, but I was like, no, that's not right. And then I was thinking Black Templars. Could you imagine a Krieger being ascended into, like, a Space Marine? Like, I'm amazed, actually, that there isn't, like, a Krieger Space Marine chapter. There should be, shouldn't there? Although I don't know if the Emperor would like that. Maybe he still doesn't trust them. Maybe they haven't atoned enough yet to be able to have such privileges. But I would imagine that they'd be some of the most batshit crazy Space Marines on the planet, on any given planet. Just like, oh, yeah, that suits us. The most, yeah, we'll go into the warp, no problem. But yeah, look, definitely last stand mentality here now. We have got one more group just over here on this side. So what I'm quickly going to do is we're going to hit a little bit of a time-lapse camera and see how far guys over here can hold out against the Tyranid swarm. I mean, I don't think they're going to. But you know what? It's all a matter of kills now. So let's see how they do. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the glorious last stand here of the Imperial Guard. The Kriegsmen standing back to back as the Tyranid swarms descend upon them. And oh my god, what an absolute brutal affair this has been here. The Kriegers did an excellent job of trying to defend their trench line against overwhelming numbers here. There was only about 100,000 defenders. So yeah, real good job at almost killing 1 million of the attacking Tyranids here, ladies and gentlemen. And there we have it. What an excellent fight that was. I mean, what an absolute carnage-littered battlefield it was as well. But as always, we must cleanse this battlefield in the name of the Holy Emperor. So I do hope you've had a blast. I know I have. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who help to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing Death Before Dishonor hoodies, available now on the ChaoticPinky store. Links in the description. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.